Yo, what is up, your boy Jay Johnny back here in Perim's Underworld. Hey, how you doing today, you beautiful pair of people? Today, we're gonna be wrapping up our seven Mipedian list thing because we are almost done with Mipedians, and God, I hate Mipedians. Do you know how many Mipedians I have read in the last 2, 3, 4 weeks? Way too many, more than I wish I ever could have done. This video has been sitting on the back burner for a minute just because I've been working on a lot of other stuff. There's a lot of collabs going on, for example, Chaotic Odyssey, link in the description down below, as well as a couple other projects that I want to bring to the channel. So, this video has been put on the back burner a little bit, but we're finally here to do it. So, the 7 most offensive Mipedians. Let's get into this. Start off, we have the rules. Offensive units only, not counting Warbeast. We're not counting Warbeast. Warbeast will not be included on this list. We've already done a Warbeast list. We're not doing another one. Also, only creatures that officially have been printed. Cards like Maliff, the Guard, that will not be here. He has not been officially printed by Chaotic, so he's still subject to change. So yeah, he will not be on this list. So that being said, let's go ahead and jump into the list. Start off, we have Zhade, Dig Site Defender. He has 65 courage, 95 speed, and strike 15. Strike 15 is really the part that matters here the most. He's able to get in, come in, deal a lot of damage. He only has like 55, 45, something like that base energy, so he's not going to be able to take a hit, but he can deal one out. If you're able to trigger strike multiple times in one turn, you're doing a lot of damage. Not only that, he also has one music counter, which is Chef's Kiss. Chef's Kiss. You're able to cast Mom, and as we all know, if you can cast Mom, I'm all for you. I do love myself some mommy casters, so, you know, like, if I can cast Mom, I'm here. Also, he has 2 elements, air and earth, which is just probably like the best elements to have, especially for Mipedians. You have access to Before the Storm, and it's just oof. Oof, chef's kiss, chef's kiss. Next up, we have Fasseph. He has 65 courage, 60 wisdom, and 80 speed. 3 stats at 60 plus. That's amazing. On top of that, he has an ability that whenever a battle gear equipped to a creature engaged with the Fasseph is flip face up or face down, it deals 10 damage to that creature. So if you combine this with something like Garv, where you're able to flip face up, battle gear face up and face down, or Gear Gliciando, which you're able to flip them face up or face down, you're dealing a lot of extra damage very quickly. In Fasseff's case, the first time he enters battle, whenever your opponent flips their battle gear face up, they're taking 10 damage, which is effectively like strike 10, except for the fact that they can't negate this with the cards that negate attack damage or reduce attack damage. So just an all-around cool ability there. He also has 2 elements, which are earth and air. If you guys notice with Zhade, I mean, this is going to be a regular trend with our offensive units here. So clearly they're good for a reason. Next up, we have Noasma, Mipedian Cavalierist. He has 90 courage, 95 speed. 2 stats at over 60 is insane, but 2 stats at 90... Chef's kiss. He also has Air 10 and Surprise on your turn. You would be going like, oh, it doesn't have Strike, so it can't be that good. Air 10 is arguably better than Strike. Actually, I wouldn't even say arguably, just objectively better than Strike. Just because of the fact that you're dealing 10 damage. If you play 2 attacks in a row that have air, you're dealing 20 damage extra over a 10 or 15 that you'd be dealing with Strike. So that's honestly really good. On top of that, because of Surprise, you're going first, you're able to drop that damage in before they're even able to do anything offensive to Noaz. Ooh. You love to see it. You love to see it. Top of that, he also has Swift 1, so you throw a Skeletal Steed on him, he's able to effectively hit the backline immediately, just like Takinom, ShadowKnight. I mean, all around, just banger card. And if all that wasn't enough, he also has 2 elements, which are air and earth. God, I'm telling you, these 2 elements and Mipedians, they just go together. They just naturally go together. It's like fire and Underworlders. They just go together. But now, that being said, let's get to the call to action. Subscribe to the channel. I have a poll running on my community page about a Patreon. I'm thinking about the way that I'm going to be doing it is if everybody's okay with it, because like I don't want to do anything that the community might not be okay with. I'm thinking about releasing videos a day early on Patreon, so that subscribers to Patreon can watch it a day early for the day of. And then releasing other kinds of videos a month early on Patreon for paid subscribers. So you guys will be seeing videos a month earlier than everybody else if you did that. That does mean that in a month after I start doing this, there's going to be 2 daily uploads a day instead of just one, effectively, because you'd be getting the regular uploads and then the also daily uploads that were uploaded a month early. So you would be getting effectively double uploads in a month, regardless of whether or not you're subscribed to the Patreon or not. But free, you'd be able to get them a day early, and then paid, you'd be able to get, you know, extra videos a month early. So I am thinking about doing that, and if you guys are okay with that, tell me in the comment section down below, or go to the community tab and vote. I'm just trying to think of a way to where, like, you know, I can pay for additional assets like channel art and stuff like that. Maybe like get some custom, like, you know, emotes and stuff like that, or not emotes, but art renditions, where I could, like, you know, get like chibified Chaor, or, you know, Maxor, or anything like that I could use in channel promotion stuff. So and I figured, you know, like, maybe people would like extra content, so that's the maybe. And so I got anyways, also in the comment section down below, there's a giveaway. There's a giveaway section, so if you guys want to go to those, get comments down below and enter those giveaways, all you gotta do is click on the videos, and then comment on what's required of you in each individual video, and then also check out the new weekly series Chaotic Odyssey, which is also in the comments. My new friend April and we decided to start doing chaotic video. He wanted to do a chaotic series, as he's like segued into chaotic for content. Go subscribe to his channel and check out that video. It's a really good video. I really liked it. It takes a lot of inspiration from Deve's channel if you guys watch Yu-Gi-Oh content, so I think you guys should check it out. Next up, we have Maliff, Guard of the Palace, 100 speed, strike 15 and surprise. I mean, all in, just offensive. That's the first thing you got to hear. 100 speed, you know, Mipedians love speed, surprise, so you're always going for a strike 15. Oh my god, it just keeps getting better. And then, if it ever wasn't enough, he has 2 elements, which are air and earth. That's oof, you know, oof, I love it. I do love to see that kind of spread. And if all of that wasn't enough to make him in your top Mipedians, when it wins a battle, it gets to move to another unoccupied space. So if you win a fight, you can move back to your back line to defend. You can move back one to defend your back line, or if they have already moved the creatures around a bit on their end of the board, then you're able to move forward into their back line. It just makes it where positioning matters a whole lot more in terms of gameplay, where your opponent has to constantly be aware of where Maliff is at any given point in the board. It's just an all-around spectacular, I don't use that word very often, spectacular card. Next up, we have Rasbma Darini. He has 85 speed, strike 10, and surprise. You know, I can't tell you guys how important it is to win that initiative, and surprise says that you always win the initiative. So yeah, but on top of that, if that wasn't enough, he has 1 element, and it's earth. And not only that, but it comes with earth 5. So every earth attack you're doing is dealing 5 extra damage. Hit him with a gravel grinder, move their creatures from the discard pile, and you're dealing 5 extra damage on top of that. Hit him with a whirling whale. You're only dealing 20 damage. Nope, you're dealing 25. Honestly, Rasbma Darini is a really great card. Vine Snare deals 15. Actually, I think Vine Snare would deal 20 in this case, because I believe his courage beats the check. I don't remember. But yeah, Rasbma Darini is a very powerful card. You guys may be wondering why I put him higher than Maliff. Strike 10, beat strike 15 in the case of having Earth 5, because if you play 2 Earth attacks, one on your first attack and one on your second attack, then you're dealing a total of 20 extra damage versus Maliff dealing 15 extra damage on 2 attacks. So you'd be dealing 15 with Maliff, and then you'd be dealing 20 damage with the Rasbma Darini. It's just Earth 5 just sticks around as a passive bonus after the first attack. So yeah. Next up, we have Iflar, the Crown Prince, 75 speed. That's so bad. That's all he's got going from. Everything else had something better going for him, or just better than speed, or just better speed. But you know what he does have going for him? He has surprise and strike 20. Strike 20! That is a large number. Do you guys know how big 20 is? It's bigger than 10. It's bigger than 15. That is big. On top of that, he can't be targeted, so you're not going to be able to heal him or have him gain energy. But your opponent is also not going to be targeting him down to burn him or be able to reflect any damage coming back from him to him without specific cards. There's only specific cards that can do that at that point. And if that wasn't enough, if him dealing 20 damage, additional damage on the first attack, him being able to be targeted, not only that, he has a music counter so he can cast Mom. And we all know I love me some Mom casters. And I do love me some Mom casters. And if being a Mom caster wasn't enough, he also has the air element. If you can get Before the Storm in your hand when you have an Iflar engaged, you can deal an additional strike 20 damage. It's just, the numbers just don't sound real at a certain point. They just don't. You can just keep saying the numbers and they just don't sound real. It's just unbelievable. Anyways, next up and the wrap up our list is going to be Headmaster Ankhyja. I know you guys were so mad that I chose the other one for the other list. I know you guys did not like that. Okay, I heard it, I felt it, and I felt it, okay? You guys did not like that, but the reason was I figured it'd be better to save him for this list because I feel like this list, you know, he matters a lot more for this list than the other list. I feel like he fits more into this list than the utility list. To start off, he has 75 power, 100 speed, and 65 ETH. That's 3 stats above average at 60 plus. That is insane. That is, not many cards have 3 to 5 stats at the average above 60 plus. On top of that, he has strike 15, and if you lose initiative, not just him, but if any of your creatures lose initiative while he's on the board, those creatures gain strike 10. So if he loses initiative while he's engaged, he has strike 25. Go back to this. Go back to this. Look at this. Iflar the Crown Prince. Strike 20. Strike 25. I'm just saying that maybe we have the wrong people in charge of the Mipedians, okay? I mean, that's just 5 extra strike damage he's able to do. I'm not saying nothing, but I'm just saying. On top of that, invisibility abilities can't be stopped. If your opponent has invisibility abilities still work. If your opponent has, you know, something that prevents you from having invisibility abilities, doesn't matter. If your opponent has abilities that say that your opponent can't have invisibility, but it doesn't matter. Invisibilities abilities cannot be stopped while Headmaster's on the board. It's like cheating. At this point, it's like cheating. And on top of it all off, he has 2 elements, air and earth. I don't get it. If you lose the initiative and you have him on the board, you have strike 25 twice with Before the Storm. It's not real. These numbers are not real. They're not real. Headmaster Ankhyja, number one. There was no question about who would be number 1. It was just, no. Anyways, let's go ahead and wrap this up. To wrap this up, I hate Mipedians.